Hello everyone, welcome. I'm Umbras, and today we are back in Gran Turismo 3. It is good to be here. Welcome for Shelby GT. Today we are driving the wonderful Viper GTS-R, the Orca Run GTS-R, in yet another endurance race, where we have the 200-mile endurance race at Laguna, Sega. And you know what? I'm gonna do something slightly different. I'm gonna make sure we put on the hard tires. Hard tires is super useful. We're putting on the endurance tires. That way we can minimize pit stops and keep it on the road for longer. I think that is the plan. Panther going over redesign drawing excluded. Nice. I gotta take a look at that whenever you post that, if you haven't already. I've been super busy today, so I apologize if I haven't been active in a Discord. Ooh, okay. So yeah, we're right around like the similar pace on the other vehicles and everything. So that's more than fine. I also like how we get the start after the finish line. But it's okay. Alrighty, already up in the third. We got ourselves another Viper and a Corvette C5R. Now the cool thing about the both the Viper GTS-R and the Corvette C5R is they both actually back to back these two cars won the 24 Hours of Daytona overall outright, beating even faster prototypes. In 2000s, it was the Viper, and in 2001, it was the Corvette. The Burger Rumbler swoops included. Oh, nice. Hopefully that goes well as well. Yeah, so we got another Viper ahead of us, and I think they're on softer tires. So I'm just gonna sit back, kind of relax, and just, you know, do the laps I need to do. It should be about a 2-hour race. They're about, maybe slightly longer. But yeah, it should be interesting. So what color are you gonna make the Burger Rumbler? Is that one, you know, kind of less of an in-game car? You know, it's more of a, I believe either like that's a 5M car, right? So I imagine, like, you know, you get a little bit more freedom of like color choice and everything. Alright, short shift to third. However, you can say the full sentence. I can usually read them. I have enough time, especially in like the older PS2 games. I usually get enough time to like read the sentence and everything like that. You can say the full thing. But what's however? What is however? There we go. Yeah, alright, we're starting to catch up to the Viper again. Right now it is Viper, Corvette, nose to tail in the desert. Oh boy, a little bit spicy there, but we are golden. Yeah, so right now we're hanging around the 3 seconds. We're starting to, you know, get our tires warmed up. The hards do take a very long time to get up to temperature. A good 3, maybe even 4 laps before they're, you know, kind of up to their maximum speed. At this stage, you know, the car in front, the car behind sides have got to probably already reach the maximum grip. That is alright. I'm gonna color it silver with red stripes. Ooh, kind of like the dual racing stripes. You know, kind of going around like the, you know, the hood bulge and everything, the supercharger. Very nice. Alright, we're running a little bit wide. I don't wanna do that. But yeah, we are closing the gap now. That's good. That is very good. The Viper will slowly be back in our clutches. But yeah, this thing, holy moly, the Viper GTS-R race car. It's got a tubular space frame and an 8-liter V10 engine. Very, very successful in the GT2/GTS class. Oh, red stripes on the side. Oh, like the Camaro hockey stripes almost. I see. Very nice. Well, I do wish you the best of luck with that then. Yeah, we're starting to get a little bit of time gains. Yeah, 119s. I think I can get them down to 118s even. I'm starting to kind of come to grips with the vehicle. Like I'm imagining it'll be just over 2 hours this race, and then hopefully we'll be getting our an open wheel car. 'Cause we only got two races left in Endurance League. This one and the 2 hours of Rome. Yeah, just like the Chevy Camaro iRoxy. Fair. I wish you the best with that. You know, getting some more, you know, kind of added details and all that stuff. And it don't be nearly as many crazy details as the 787B in that delivery. That is for certain. That is definitely for certain. Oh, there we go, into the 118s. Absolutely beautiful. And yeah, we are making sure. Oh, okay, little spicy there. We're making damn sure that everything is going right on this. Oh, I saw you there. I saw you run a little bit wide. Yeah, the leading Viper is starting to struggle a little bit on its tires. It definitely had the softer compounds. We are reeling it in. This is the benefit of the hard compound tires, is we can just go. My little funny thing. What is my little funny thing? Steadily down. We do want to keep it 1 gear higher than what it says both here and the corkscrew, as getting wheel spin there just it slows you down and it absolutely, you know, numbs on the tires. So I wanna try to minimize that. I think if I can make it to 15 laps, right? I only need to do 5 pit stops. Because we're at 7 now, and they're just starting to turn away from green. If I can get it to 20, I can do it in 4. But we will see. The Conte Ruin a redesigned drawing. Front end came out like the Super Mark III. I mean, similar era, similar-ish kind of, you know. They can kind of, you know, find some level of like design similarities between the cars and everything. Oh, is that a COK? Oh, never mind. I did the exact same thing. I don't think we're on the right side of the COK here. We kind of split the lapped car. Oh, buddy, that didn't work for you, did it? No, it didn't. Now we are the Viper in the lead. And I know the Viper behind's tires are starting to fade hard. So this will be where we can get some real good clean air for a little bit. Welcome, Patrick. Claude, Speed, or just Claude? I prefer just Claude. Speed just kind of seems like a fan-included last name to, you know, give him like a full name like the other two characters. But like, you know, the writing wasn't that like in-depth yet. Like GTA 3 was basically just kind of like there to be, you know, like the, you know, kind of test bed for, you know, the 3D. You know, GTA style and everything, and to begin to have kind of some level of story. And even then, it is like bare bones. Like you look at the script of like GTA 3, right? And it's and that's like all the lines, including like all the random pedestrian lines and like, you know, all that stuff. And it is. Yeah, it's not that big. It is a very short script. I mean, it helps when your main protagonist doesn't talk either. But still. Yeah, the Bravado Banshee race car, sure. Nah, it do be Viper. It be Viperin'. Yeah, that pit cycle gave us a major lead over our second place rivals. We were having a good battle with them early on. Between them and the Corvette. The Corvette faded quicker than the Viper. But then the yeah, with us in the harder compound tires, we're able to go a lot longer. Which is good, you know. It's not really an endurance race if you're pitting like every 7 laps. You do be quick. You do be speedy. The Imperator. Oh, the Falcon. Yeah, the XB Falcon. Yeah. That is a nice car IRL. It's got the same 351 Cleveland engine that a lot of its American counterparts had. You know, like the Gran Turismo and even the Mach 1 Mustang. But yeah, it is a beast of a machine. Yeah, the Viper's now on it's still on a softer compound tires, so it's already up the speed. Whereas our lap times are starting to fade just a little bit. I'm trying to push and keep it below the 1:20 minute mark, the minute 20 mark. They just set our fastest lap time there. So we should be good. We should be good. I'm excited to go the distance for this. Our semi-final endurance race in the game. I say that. Technically, the Formula Gran Turismo series has a race that's similar in length at the very end. So that'll be fun. Yeah, that'll definitely be fun. But yeah, there's one vehicle that we really want here, and that is the open wheeler. I'm not gonna save scum for this time around, but if we don't get it here, I am gonna save scum it for it at the Rome race. That way y'all don't have to watch me do an endurance race that I haven't, you know, I've already done and everything. Yeah, this is gonna be a fun one, I think. One, because I genuinely love Laguna Sega, and two, you know, we get to drive some American GT cars from there. And Gran Turismo 3 had, like, you know, the really good variety of those GT cars as well. We had pretty much all the big players, you know, the Corvette, the Viper, and then the deep cut with the Esperante as well. Absolutely amazing. Actually, at a historic race earlier this year, I did get a chance to see the Esperante, not the GTR one, but the LMP one, the front engine prototype, Hino's Esperante. I got a chance to see one of those, and holy moly, that was a cool vehicle. That was really awesome, I think. Ow. Alright, hang on a second, chat. I do apologize. I gotta run to the restroom real quick. I'll be back in a bit, okay? I'm sorry. Thank you for your patience, everyone. Sorry about that. Ugh, feeling a little under the weather today. But we're good. Alright, drink water. Let's go. Gosh, I had to pause it right in the braking zone too. Fine. Look, buddy, I can't make my body do body things any quicker, alright? I don't want to gross anyone out. But yeah, I've not been feeling the 100% today, and I will leave it at that. But we racing, we vibing. We are all good. And equipment's spitting as well. That's alright. Yeah. Nah, I appreciate y'all's patience and everything like that. There we go, down in the second gear, up back in the third gear. I gotta refine my braking points and everything. Get that consistency. No, that ain't how you do it. That ain't how you do it. The other thing with the hard tires as well is you want to run the hard tires as long as possible, because when they're cold, they're almost as bad as when they're in like the orange. They're pretty close, so you gotta, you know, really. You gotta really make sure, you know, you use up every last bit of the tires if you can. No, hey, my laps are just a little bit slow, I'm gonna pit now. No, you go as long as you can until basically your laps are, you know, massively degraded. Because it takes so long to get them, you know, warmed up. It's like 4 laps before they're at optimum grip. It's a while. It is definitely a while. No tire warmers here, chats. They go on cold, and then you gotta build them up to temperature. Oh, all right, we got a lot of cars gonna be ahead of us for the back markers, so that's gonna be interesting. So we have made it. We will be able to make it to the 15 lap mark for pit stops. I want to see if we can't make it to 20. I'm pretty sure we can make it to 20. But we will see. But yeah, it is crazy what Orca did in collaboration with Chrysler. For the Vipers during their campaign during the 90s and early 2000s. These things are just absolutely rapid. They suffer from a little bit of reliability issues early on, as the 8-liter V10 needed a massive amount of cooling. But they managed to fix a lot of their early teething woes. And they were able to really build a vehicle that is, you know, absolutely legendary. Oh, there we go. Down a gear. Oh, is that the COK touring car? Yeah, it is. That's the other thing as well, is some of the AI, some of the cars just cannot handle that turn at all in the worn tires. So it does make this race a little bit easier than it should be. As the AI don't exactly handle Laguna Sega particularly well. It's a shame because I genuinely love this track. It is a blast to race on. Especially in like GT3 style pace, or like slightly slower. Anything fast in GT3, not so much, but like GT3 or slow, it's a genuinely like great track to race on. Everything from, you know, TCR cars to your Miata One Make Race series, like all that stuff. It is genuinely really good. We're catching up to the Ford GT, the Mark 1 Ford GT. Mark 1? Is that the Mark? I think that's the Mark 2 actually. There we go. And its beautiful golf livery. And then there's the Gile, the Vertigo, with its Alfa Romeo to ride, V6 engine, lightweight. Never was going to really be much of a competitor here against the American GT machines, but it's definitely something. It's a great vehicle. It's just a shame that there isn't a whole lot around its class that it can really realistically compete against in like all of the Gran Turismo games. It's kind of too slow for like the GTS style cars, but it's too quick for like the GT4 and like, you know, almost touring car style vehicles. JDM, they added a Hyundai. Ooh, which Hyundai did they add? The Genesis? The Genesis Coupe, I'd imagine. This isn't too many rear-wheel drive Hyundais you could get, you know, drifting and everything. And it's pretty much just the Genesis Coupe. Everything else is front-wheel drive. Granted, really fun front-wheel drive, but still. Yeah, okay, 120, so still not bad. Like, our tires are hanging in the yellow for a very long time. Honestly, if I can get it to 25 laps, we would only have 3 pit stops, which is pretty good for an endurance race, actually. It's the Drift Concept Hyundai. The Drift Concept Hyundai? What's that one? Yeah, this is great though. Oop, 119. Okay, so yeah, in clear air we're still doing sub 120s. So I'm staying on these tires for a little while longer. It's only if in clear air we begin consistently running like consistent like 120s, 121s. In that case, then I'm gonna pit. Hyundai Instaroid. Huh. I'd have to look that up after this race. The Hyundai Instaroid. Oh, alright, Corvette's pitting. So we are basically lapping the Corvettes. Although soon I'd imagine we're gonna be unlapped by it. As we're gonna have to pit probably in a couple of laps, really. Not a whole lot of time, I think. Yeah, it is crazy just how much the hard tires, like, you know, they really carry you. In Gran Turismo 1, it was, you know, the soft tires you wanted to use because it was entirely distance based. and all of them were at the same rate. So you're better off just getting like, you know, the super high grip but expensive tires. Here it's the exact opposite. You want to go long. And I think from every Gran Turismo after this one, it's always been kind of the same. You just, you know, you go in the harder compound tires and just go long. It's because pitting takes up so much time. Alright, there's 20 laps in. Let's go! We're well over a quarter of the way. We may actually be able to do it in less than 2 hours. If you can do it in less than 2 hours, that would be absolutely baller. But I'm not sure about that. I'm gonna try. I am desperately going to try. Like we're still beating that minute 20 mark that I wanna keep beating. And the longer we're able to do that, the less pit stops we're able to do as well, which means the less we need to beat it by in order to get that 2 hours. Although I will say it is getting harder and harder to ride back up into the 118s. Yes, this is absolutely beautiful. Fairly clean lines, fairly smooth. Yeah, we are getting close. I think lap 25 I'm gonna pit. Lap 25 I think is gonna be like the ideal pit stop, because we break it down into then 4 sections. Only 3 pit stops, so we lose less time than pitting at lap 20, which will require 4 pit stops. And I think we'll be good then. Ooh, yep. Tires are definitely starting to fail just a little bit. Let's see. 22, 44, 66, 80. Nah, I gotta do at least. I gotta do at least 24 laps. 24, 48, 70, 72. Yeah. But I'm gonna go for the 25, I think. That'll be a nice round number, easy to remember. Cause we can do this. Like we're more than capable of doing this. Like we're still right like under the minute 20 barrier. We're keeping the car clean. We're keeping the car off the wall. We're, you know, not making any silly mistakes. Ooh, okay, that could actually be kind of, okay, without the dirt touching at the end there. That could actually be kind of good. Yeah, because we got a much better run out of that corner. 119.1, there we go. Still very quick. We got this. We got this, chat. Nope, that is still a third gear corner. Don't downshift the second. Alright, come on. Two more laps until we got a pit. We're hanging on here. We're hanging on here, chat. My estimates aren't that far off, though. I'm impressed with that one. Not terrible. 7, 8, 9. Ooh, just barely missed the minute 20 mark. Alright, yeah, we're definitely pitting this lap. We're 100% pitting this lap. I think we put these tires through enough pain. Another tire bridge. Oop. I also like how this area here, that bridge, in this one is sponsored by Honda, but in the very next game it's the Mazda branding. It's the bridge. Nice. Alright, good yard. Good yard. Alright. So, we're getting ourselves some new fresh tires. Yeah, this will be good. And out of the pits. Downside is this is blocked up with cones. Technically, you're supposed to stay to the inside there. And go through that runoff road there, and then exit after the hairpin. But that is not the case here. That is absolutely not the case here. No siree. For some reason they blocked it off. I guess they couldn't get the AI to pathfind that direction, and they were like, well, we don't want the humans to try to do that as well, so we'll just do that instead. But yeah, basically just over 30 minutes on a single set of tires. I'd still technically kind of on the slower, like still on the kind of the softer, quicker degradation side compared to IRL. IRL, like a lot of the racing slicks and everything, you know, for GT endurance racing will last you a good like hour or so, maybe more. So it is interesting seeing the hardest compound tires, you know, only really you know, kind of coming into their own, and dying off, you know, 30 some minutes in. All right, so how much time did we lose on that pit stop? We lost basically 14, so we lost 17 seconds. If we were averaging, I'd say probably around 0.7 seconds a lap at 25 times 0.7. It might be slightly over 2 hours. Well, we will have to see. And when we're at the 45 lap marker, we'll probably get a slightly better indication on that. We're still losing time. We basically gotta beat that minute 20 average, which is what I had done some calculations on. That with pit stops and everything, we would probably be at around. And we could probably do that. Gosh, we got so much clear air right now. It's not even funny. But yeah, the GTS-R, the Orca, it started its life during 1995-1996 between the Chrysler Team Viper division and the French's Orca manufacturer. And yes, it is the same Orca that currently has the absolutely dominant LMP2 car. It do be the same Orca. It was taken in campaigns all throughout America and Europe. Debuted at the 1996 24 Hours Le Mans. Qualified strongly, but suffered from reliability and overheating issues. But then the very next year, 1997, it won the FIA GT2 Team and Drivers' Championships. And by the end of its life, had won Le Mans in its class multiple times. And in 2000, won the 24 Hours of Daytona completely outright, making it one of only 10 times a production-derived GT car, a non-prototype racer, had outright overall won the 24 Hours of Daytona. The last car to do that was, I believe, Porsche and the 911 in 2003. Ironically, BMW's only overall victory at the 24 Hours of Daytona was also one of the times when a production-derived car outright won it with their 3-liter CSL. And of course, Porsche won it overall multiple times with their different 911s throughout the years, because they do be crazy like that. Oh yeah, Nissan had also done it in the 300Z. Just for a little bit of that extra trivia. Oh, buddy. Buddy. Alright, come on. Nice and smooth through here. Ooh, spicy. Spicy, 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 spicy. Holy moly, this thing's got some grip, it's got some traction. Once the tires finally heat up, it is good. It is very, very good. It is, oh my gosh, and it's one of my favorite GT cars of the era, alongside one of my favorite tracks. It's just enjoyable. Like, I'm running out of words to say, but it is like, gosh, I love this track. Like, despite me being at a East Coast American. Like Laguna is probably one of my favorite tracks to race on. Maybe also like the Indianapolis road course as well. I do fairly well on the Indianapolis road course in GT cars. That's a fun one to race on as well. But both of those courses are just absolute dreams to drive on. Probably helps that both those I've done so many laps in you know, even order, like racing games and everything. There we go, 118's new fastest lap, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get up there with the Ford GT. Another vehicle that won the 24 Hours Daytona outright. So that is cool. We got 3 different vehicles here that have outright won the Daytona 24 Hours. Got the Corvette C5R, the Ford GT40, and of course our Viper GTS-R. Yeah. So sorry to the CLK the CLK DTM car and the Gile Vertigo. They have not outright won it. But this, yes. Ooh. Gosh, this is fun though. Come on, get it through the corner, get it through the corner. There we go, good yard, good stuff. Ooh, 117, okay. Now we're getting some really good stuff. Holy moly. Okay, full throttle through there is still not possible. Full throttle through there is still absolutely not possible. Just a little bit unfortunate. Alright, come on. We're gonna be making it to lap 50 and then that'll be our next pit stop cycle. That'll be the second to last pit stop cycle. Oh boy. Alright. I missed my shift there just a little bit. Alright, we are rapidly catching somebody, something. I don't know what that is, but we are getting close as well to the Viper. We are going to be lapping our V10 brother. I think that actually might be our V10 brother just ahead. A little too much cribbing there. Just a little. Oh, save it. Oh boy. Alright, there we go. Alright, yeah, we wanna avoid that. We wanna make sure we don't understeer off into the void. The void. Ooh. My apologies. Yeah, okay, that is the Viper. I get a nice little drink of water. Drinky. I probably should have gotten that. I probably should have gotten that. During the pit stop. That is the downside of having the more durable tires, is you do get less brakes yourself. And while I can handle that, it does mean that I'm a little bit more limited what I can do and everything. Gotta make sure I have my drinkage ahead of time. I will say the Viper's actually holding its own against our Viper. We got 15 laps to our next pit stop. So that is a little wow. Oh, alright, the CLK spun again. I do want to know just how far back the CLK actually is. I wish I could see like the full like spread and full splits. Because like that, I swear we have lapped that vehicle more times than like any other on this track. Like it is genuinely bad. Okay, we are starting to slightly close up the gap on them again. 114. I want to say though, it is a little bit of a shame as the Viper kind of bowed out a little bit in the GTS scene. Or at least ended as factory support and it was mainly privateers. Right around the time the Corvette C5R was really kind of kicking off in the early 2000s. I would have loved to see those two cars battle each other a lot more frequently IRL. Best case we got against it is, you know, in like, you know, the racing sims and like these types of games as well. Which, while it's still really, really cool, you know, it's not the same. Yeah, there's our Viper. Well, there is their Viper, which is going to be quickly acquainted with our Viper. Gosh, this is so cool though. Sunsets. Oh wait, would that be sunrise? I think that's sunrise. Yeah, I think that's actually sunrise. The sun sets over the corkscrew. So this is actually early morning, I think. This is actually an early morning sunrise race then. So the track is gonna be a lot cooler. Everything's gonna be a lot cooler. Oh gosh, the Gile almost wrecked. Hi there. Alright, go to the inside. There we go. Oh gosh. Alright, big smoke screen from the vets. Oh, a little bit of a love tap. But does that mean the vets gotten lapped by both the Vipers? Oh gosh. That is huge then. Yeah, because the vet I think is tearing through its tires too quickly. That's a big issue. the Viper is able to go on the tires a little bit better. Which is funny because on IRL, it was kind of the exact opposite. The Vipers being a little bit heavier than the Vets. And also having the much more, you know, torquey V10 were a little bit more of a handful to drive compared to the much more balanced and kind of well-rounded Vets. So that is interesting. I probably could have gotten the Vet for this because I do have the Corvette. That's the prize for a 50% completion. We could have very, very well raced the Corvette here. Alright, we are rapidly approaching the halfway point of the race, which is good. We will see, one, how close it actually is to 200 miles at the halfway point when completing lap 45, and two, how far ahead or behind we would be for, you know, how far ahead or behind we would be of that 2-hour mark as we cross the line to begin lap 46. We got around 8 minutes left, and we have 6 laps to go, which I think puts us literally right at the 1-hour mark at the halfway point, I think. But on the other hand, we do have 2 pit stops on the second half, and only really 1 in the first. So that is going to make it a little bit unbalanced, I think. I don't know. We will see. We will see how this all works out. And send it at the inside into the tight final corner. Short shift in the second to get the... Really? I gave you room. I gave you room, you melon. If I could flash you, I would. Oh yeah, okay, the Viper's starting to lose its tires a little bit. That's good, so we should be able to keep our lap probably. I'm predicting they'll be pitting soon. I'm predicting they will probably be pitting very, very soon. What do I say? Literally, as soon as I say it, the very lap I say it, they pit. That just goes to show I've played this game way too much, I think. I think this is gonna be, what, my 7th time beating it? Can't remember. I've lost count. I've beaten this game so many times. I've played through this game like multiple times, 100% completion. Honestly, this is the first time as well I have done this many races in game, and I have not gotten an open wheeler car, which is shocking. Like, I have not gotten a single open wheeler car at all in any of these races. So I'm a little bit sad about that. Oh gosh. Alright, come on. Oh, and there it goes. Bye-bye. Oh, the CLK. The CLK just cannot win this track. I feel bad because it seems like we're lapping at like every 5-10 laps. Like it is crazy just how much that final turn is just killing it on its time. I am looking forward to that drink of water. Right when we come around the when we go to pits in a couple of laps. That'll be nice. Cause here, you know, the way I got my controller set up and everything, I kind of need both hands. And on top of that, Laguna saying there isn't a long enough straight to where you can actually, you know, take a look at something. Or I mean, you can take a look at something, but it's one of those things where you can't take either hand like off the controller until you really get into the pits. Because even the main straight, one of the few straights is that's actually on this course. Like I'm gonna try now. Yeah, no, I had to completely lift my hand off of the throttle to get the steering. That's oh, there goes the Ford GT. Alright, bets. I'm saying probably in 1 or 2 laps the Ford GT is gonna pit as well. It's driving like its rears are absolutely done. That is my prediction. I'm sticking with it. Mark my words. In either this lap or the next lap, the Ford GT40 will pit. I'm just from the way it's driving, it looks like it's gonna pit. And we are gonna definitely pit end of next lap. No, lap 50. Lap 50 is when we're gonna pit. End of next lap is when we will see how far ahead or behind we are of that 2-minute mark. That's a 2-hour mark. Oh yeah, that right there, that hurt us. That hurt us majorly. We lost a lot of time there. The corkscrew conundrum really didn't help us, I think. There we go. I brake here. Ooh, spicy. Oh, spicy. Alright, we're good, we're good. We're more than good, we're fine. Just absolutely send it. Okay, so we're about 7 seconds ahead of so at the halfway point we basically 7 seconds ahead of that. Alright, fun. Smooth. It's just enjoyable. You know, going around this track. It's quick lap time, so you get a lot of laps in. But it is just a blast. Yo, welcome Koriori, welcome to the stream. We had just passed the halfway point in our 200-mile endurance race. We are in the legendary Orca Dodge Viper GTS-R in the iconic red livery that won, I forget what year, in the 24 Hours of Le Mans, but that one, absolutely beautiful machine. 8-liter V10, tubular space frame chassis, carbon body panels all around to save weight. Very, very, very rapid machine. But yeah, this is gonna be exciting. Oh, all right, down to the gears, down to the gears. But yeah, we are absolutely pushing it. The goal was basically to do 200 miles in under 2 hours. So we're gonna be averaging over 100 miles an hour. Oh, I completely forgot to take a look at the odometer as well at the 45 lap mark. So someone in chat, if you're able to, can you tell me what my odometer read at that point when I cross the line for the end lap 45 and get on the lap 46? If not, no big deal. But I'm thinking like that would be how to determine exactly like how much distance we are actually traveling. Because a lot of these races, it's roughly that distance. Like it's not exactly that difference. It's like within like a lap or two of that distance usually. But yeah, this is great. Yeah, we're on lap 48 of 90. So, like Bon Jovi say, we're halfway there. We're more than halfway there now. And we are absolutely belting out lap after lap. Ooh, not our fastest lap there. Alright, 2 more laps and then we're going to be changing our tires. As our hard compound tires are definitely starting to feel it now. GT40 spinning. Okay, so I did mess up that bet as well. No, the GT40 was just doing GT40 things then. The GT40 was just doing GT40 things. Alright, little spicy there. Little spicy there. Alright, I gotta brake a little bit earlier next lap. Just because these tires are absolutely feeling it. Oh, there's a CLK touring car. In its D2 sponsorship. Alright, let's see. Ooh, a little spicy. I think we scared them a bit. Yeah, I definitely think we scared them majorly. Alright, lap 50. Our second pit stop. And our second to last pit stop as well, as we're only pitting 3 times. The benefit of the hard compound tires. You lose a little bit of your peak time, but you're gaining everywhere else. Come on now. Here we go, into the pits. Boom, replay save complete as well. Literally right as we're doing it. Yeah, this thing, it's got the 6-speed sequential transmission as well for lightning quick shifts. Advanced aerodynamics, wider fender flares. This thing, absolute beast. Holy moly. It is a lovely machine. Alright, right, tires are cold, tires are ice cold. And they will take a while. Oh, smooth. I absolutely love the corkscrew as well. Probably one of my favorite corners in all of racing. And it's just an absolute roller coaster ride. You're dropping like the equivalent of multiple stories in a span of only a couple of seconds. And it is just a rapid elevation change. What the heck is this guy doing? The poor Mercedes just they are struggling. They've been put on the struggle bus. Alright. We're good. We are absolutely good. Come on, let's keep moving it. Alright, we're gonna need to shave off what? 16 seconds. 16 seconds basically is what we're gonna need to shave off to get it back down, to get it back under control. That's feasible, right? I mean, that's 0.6 seconds right there. In literally like the first kind of clean lap out of there. Still on cold tires. We got this. We've more than got this. In another lap, our tires will be back up to the max, you know, the optimum temperature. And we will be A-okay. 7, 8. There we go. There's a full 1.5 seconds. Alright, so that's 2 seconds gained back. So now we only need to gain back 14 seconds to make up for that pit stop. Yeah, we can do this. We can more than do this. I am pushing hard now. I gotta be careful though not to push too hard because I gotta make these tires last to the end of lap 75. But, we should be able to do this. Yeah, we should more than be able to do this, I think. Oh, alright, a little too much curb. Up in the third, just to manage wheel spin. There we go, another second, 1.2 seconds, so it's not bad. So 12.8 seconds left to shave off. I just gotta keep that mental tally. Easy. There we go. Good stuff. Just gotta keep it fast over the corkscrew so that we don't end up corkscrewed. Six, 7, oop. 18 flat, not bad. Alright, we got 2 more vehicles up ahead here. One of them looks like the GLA Vertigo. You know, the V6 powered little Belgian beast. What is the other one? What is the other one? Looks like the Corvette C5R. Alright, awesome. Based. So be back there with that again. We are putting in the laps. But yeah, this Viper, absolutely dominant race car. 97, it won the FIA GT2 Team and Drivers Championships. 98, it also won that FIA GT2 title yet again. And it also finished first and second in class at the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 98. 99, again, FIA GT2 Team and Driver Championship. And also first yet again in the 24 Hours of Le Mans. So 3 back-to-back-to-back FIA GT2 titles. And 2 back-to-back Le Mans class victories. But wait, there's more because 2000 came along. And in 2000, it won the 24 Hours of Daytona outright, beating even prototypes in the rain and with reliability and tire strategy. Kind of like we're doing here, actually. Oh, buddy, be careful there. And then it won first and second again at the 2000 24 Hours of Le Mans. It won the GT Class Championship in the American Le Mans Series as well. Very, very, very dominant machine. But then by 2001, 2002, Chrysler kind of backed factory support out a little bit. And it was primarily the cars were then fielded by Orica, kind of as a semi-privateer effort. Ow. I was looking over at something. Don't do that. They still did well even without the Chrysler backing. In 2001, they finished third in class at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. So not bad. And these GTS-Rs, they were raced by privateers up until around like 05, 06-ish, before they kind of eventually became, you know, completely outclassed by newer, more advanced machineries. But yeah, over 60 class wins total in all like the different races that I competed in. 5 Le Mans class wins. Wait. Is that right? No, sorry. 3 Le Mans class wins, my apologies. And 3 consecutive FIA GT2 championships. My math somehow didn't math there. I think it was 5 total class podiums. Because you had the Viper that finished second in 98, 99, 2000, and then it finished third in 2001. And I believe it podium again in 2002? I have to reread that part. But yeah, it was an absolutely lovely little machine. Very, very successful GT car of the late 90s, early 2000s. Absolutely based machine. And the roar, the thunderous roar of its V10. Unmatched as well. Just completely unmatched. It's a shame this game doesn't do it justice, though. I will fully admit it, that this game's sound design ain't exactly the best. But just being able to drive these vehicles and everything is amazing. Like this is a game that was released in like 2001. Like this is amazing, you know, for that time period. Like it's got the early Y2K kind of charm to it. Still a little remnants of like 90s styling left over, but with 2000s new millennium polish. This is good. All right, we got to start cranking down. We lost a little bit of lap time there, yapping and not really paying attention to the road. We got 30 laps to go. We are 2/3 of the way done, ladies and gentlemen. And we are pretty much 80 minutes in exactly. So I'm feeling good about this. Oh, there we go, the smooth cut back. Smooth out of that corner. Absolutely smooth. Holy moly. Man, I love endurance racing though. It's my favorite. Like I enjoy like the sprint races and everything like that I usually do kind of for like the sim racing leagues with about like an hour-long races. But my gosh, I do love me some enduros. I think like 4 hours, 4 to 6 hours is like right around like the sweet spot for me. Get 2 people, you know, get them, you know, trained up, practiced up and everything like that in a vehicle that's set up to like just those 2. And you know, you just hit the track together, and you're just vibing the entire time. I like it a lot. There we go. Oh, literally last lap we got a new fastest lap as well. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. We are even with this car having done 135 miles this race, no oil change, none of that stuff. Absolutely filthy, dust covered, grime covered, everything. Like, this thing is still chugging along. Oh, it is great. Ooh, there we go. Good. Just got home. Welcome home, Adachi. Hope you're well. Welcome to the stream. We are endurancing. Went to get some water in McDonald's. Nice. Getting some of the macas. But you end up getting. I don't even know what's on like McDonald's menus anymore. It's been so long since I've gone. It's been so long since I've gone. But yeah, right now we're at an endurance race. We're trying to beat the 2-hour mark for it. We're on schedule right now. Doing a Monopoly thing for free food. Hey, I mean, if you're able to do it, you know, and it's you know, it's you're able to, you know, get that free stuff. By all means. Oop. Alright, a little bit of a graze there. More of a graze on the curb. Little bit of outside of the curb. Go hi, welcome to be this stream. We be vibing here. We're vibing in the Ritz car. Well, we're vibing in the Viper anyway. Where we are snaking along at Laguna Sega. Missed the apex there a little bit. All good. But we do be enduring, if ever so slightly. Hopefully you're feeling better as well, less spicy cough, more kind of regular breathing cycle and everything. Ooh, that's understeer. That is major understeer. Mega understeer. I got a big boy 8-liter V10 up front, so I gotta make sure I absolutely, you know, keep this car rotated. The touring cars pitting in. Probably for the best. They had spun out the past 2 laps. Something back to normal. Hell yeah, good day. But I feel like chat's doing the funny on me. Uh-oh, how so? How's chat doing the funny? Did chat do... Hang on a sec. Oh, yep, chat is doing the funny. Chat is doing the funny. Hang on a second. I can fix that part, I think. Live chat, pop this out. Let's see if this works. Clear the comments. Let's see if... There we go. Yes. It won't let me Laguna on my second. She Laguna my second. Oh, I corkscrew. Oh gosh. Now one's telling me to do the funny meme. Exactly. YouTube be silly. YouTube do be silly. Yeah, no. So sometimes YouTube chats like that, and I gotta re-import it, and it's usually a little bit better then. Thank you for catching that. I was probably wondering, like, hey, where is everybody talking and everything like that? No, that makes sense. YouTube was being literally 1984. Uh-oh. Did my stream crash? No, my stream didn't crash. Okay. Everything's good. Everything's good. Everything be weird. We're vibing. Oh, there's the Viper! Also, I will say speaking of racing and everything like that, the Paul Ricard race this past Saturday. OBS can trash? A little bit sometimes. There's basically streaming is kind of like balancing a bunch of plates in your arms, and if one thing kind of breaks, then like everything just crashes to the floor. And it do be like that, Mr. Stancil. Oh, back to the right. Seemed kind of sloppy at Park Card on Saturday, probably not too bad at it. Yeah, it was interesting for sure. I mean, up closer to the front, with the exception of the one big incident between Kirihara and Biggie. We were pretty clean for the most part there. Ruby had a slight mistake as well, giving him the little bit of a touch, and then spinning around. But she managed to claw her way back up the second, because you know she be eternal Polaris. She's quick, she's speedy. Yeah, no, thankfully no stream crash. It was just a little bit of lag on my end. But yeah, YouTube. Basically, streaming is like, you know, it's attempting to be entertaining while also being in a fist like between YouTube and your software. But it's fun. I do enjoy it. I have been enjoying it for a while. Oh, back to the right. Back to the right. Here to the right, to the right. Alright, only a couple more laps and then we pit for the final time this race. Lap 75 is what we are going for. Oh, there be the Viper. There's the Viper. We're moving. Come on. Nice and smooth through the corners. But yeah, no, like, I don't know, I enjoyed the power card race. I had a great fight with Kirihara and Ibitsia throughout a good chunk of the stream. Throughout a good chunk of the race there. Even though I lost up to both of them, I'm still quite happy with my result, I think. Got the most insane single PC set up. Yeah, he's... I'm impressed with the gusto he's got for, you know, having essentially, I want to say a single point of failure, but definitely it seems very risky. But he's a lot more knowledgeable about that type of stuff than I am, so I'm not one to judge on that front. If he makes it work, that's damn impressive. I'm happy for much more kind of simpler, you know, set it and forget it, works 90% of the time kind of setup. And when it doesn't work, it's usually a fairly simple fix. Like, again, like 90 to 95% of the time. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. It's impressive. It is impressive. I never going to do that myself. To be fair, I don't really do the VR. I get. I tried it recently. Last time I was away at vacation, there was a VR sim rig, and it was one of those things where I tried it, and oh god, no. At most I'll go like ultra wide or like triple screen. I can't do VR. I got so sick. Yeah, I'm in the mindset of Sephiget 2, which is why I'm waiting to get a second PC to join him as another 3D VR racing video. Ooh, nice. Gotta tighten the belt by trying to get more McDonald's. Yeah, I mean, hey, free food, you know? And if you're able to, you know, if that's the way you're able to, like, save money and everything with the current, like, promotions going on, you know? By all means. If the system's there, take advantage of it if you can. Sure, there's a way to capture the tracking data over the network and share it to a second PC for the avatar. Ooh. Yeah, that might be the case. That way, like, instead of having one PC doing like every last bit of like the bone structuring, processing, and everything, it's, you know, kind of simple. Yeah, I'm gonna hate Thanksgiving. I don't know, I'm kind of excited for Thanksgiving. Last Christmas I got gifted this cranberry jalapeno jam, and I'm gonna try it on chicken this week to see how it goes as like a glaze before like baking it. If it works out well, I might do that for the turkey for Thanksgiving. Maybe that may be an option, because that could, you know, make things a little bit interesting. Because sometimes turkeys are just kind of dry, but you put like a glaze on that could work really well. Also, the video has to set up properly for racing. This is an FPS is killer for continuity, which triggers nausea. True. Oh, you can't buy fruit things. Alright. Yeah, that's gonna be a pain. Shoot. I'm sorry, man. Depending on what you got, like, saved up and everything like that, I can try to create some recipes for like kind of more budget more budgets, like, you know, kind of meals and everything that still has like the Thanksgiving vibe. I can try to create some good stuff. I really run my index at 80 hertz. I'm just gonna skip it. Oh, it's a shame. Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. I only run my index at 80 hertz for performance reasons at the moment. And that's more than sufficient most of the time, as much as 90 or 120 is awesome. So with the indexes and everything, so I know a lot of like monitors are usually you're like in increments of like 30. At least here in the US, like 30, 60, 90, 120 is like the generalist kind of like how you want to do it. Is that different? Is that different abroad, where like 80 hertz is kind of a standard output over there? Depends on the headset. Okay. I'm gonna try to hit the pan juice to see what we can do. Yeah, if you do that, you know, let me know what you get. I can kind of see if I can't figure out how to throw some things together, because I've done in college. I've done Thanksgiving on like a shoestring budget. And so I can kind of get some things that work. So getting money, so good. Yeah, if you got like a supplemental source of income and everything like that, that's still not bad. I don't know, like I said, like let me know what resources you got and everything, and I can try to kind of create like a game plan if you want to do that. I still have the budget mind from my broke ass college years, where it was like getting like the best bulk discounts possible and everything, creating like fully fledged meals for like $2 a pop. But ever since the world switched to HDTV, everything became 60 hertz if I recall. I feel like the UK is operated only doing 50 hertz. TVs are 60 hertz, but the Sword is also often 50. Huh. Now does that affect like the viewing quality at all? We good, you know me, I make it working right. True. Oh, Viper's pitting. We will be pitting at the end of the next lap as well, as we are approaching minute 100. I have no idea why I don't own a TV. Yeah, because you need a license for that. So, honest question. I know people meme about the TV licenses and everything. Without getting too much into the politics, is the TV license just to like pay for like the cable? Like if you have cable or whatever. Like, is that just like a tax or whatever? Or like, is it genuinely, if you have a TV, even if it's like only hooked up to like a PC or like, you know, like a gaming console or whatever, you still need to pay a license? I know it gets memed a lot because, you know, British and everything, but like genuinely, I am kind of curious on that. Oh, spicy! Do not the curb. Do not yam the curb there. It's for a live TV cable, and they're trying to shoot on Netflix and. Netflix, really? Like, I could kind of understand, like, paying, like, an additional tax for, like, cable, because it then funds, like, you know, the cable shows, like, you know, BBC and all that stuff, but, like, Netflix? I guess the BBC is on Netflix, but, like, doesn't Netflix pay to have the BBC on Netflix? I don't know. Seems kind of stupid on that front. But... yeah, without getting too much into the whole politics of it. Yeah, I can imagine. Hi there. I just don't own a TV nor watch much stuff. Yeah, I don't even have cable here in the States either. It's just too expensive. And like there's nothing on it that I watch. Like most of like the racing, which is the main thing like I watch live, is live streamed onto YouTube nowadays, right? F1 I just pay for the F1 subscription online. And with that it's cheaper than cable. And I have talked with my wife as well about, you know, hey, you know, we can, you know, pay for the MLB subscription too if she wants, but no, she'd rather, she sometimes kind of like watches it with family and everything like that because it's kind of a familiar affair. I'm gonna try to get a turkey or ham and some greens. Ooh, okay. Good options, good options. Depending on how things go as well, and pricing, you may also be able to see, honestly, chicken. You get like a full chicken and everything like that. You can still get your, you know, poultry, get that roasted and stuffed. Because I know chicken is usually fairly inexpensive. It's meant for the BBC and other very specific things they go about dealing with licensing, basically. Yeah, I can imagine. It's basically like, you know, it's basically a tax. That's what it is. And it's kind of every government got the IRS, so their equivalent. They're like, "Oi, mate, you pay us yet?" But yeah. Black belt barista. Alright, we're going past the Viper. Oh, that is a cool shot though. Two of the Viper GTS-Rs heading over turn 1 at Laguna. Oh, I didn't send the second message. Nah, that is genuinely YouTube then censoring it, because I got it on like the full unrestricted, like as unrestricted chat as I can now. You might be harder. I know it costs like $30 or something. Ooh, okay, fair. Yeah, look them up on YouTube and YouTube. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at that then. And I get a little bit more knowledge on like abroad, across the pond and everything like that. So I'll be fully honest, like most of my like knowledge in like politics and everything like that is more so heavily focused locally. Just because one, it's the things I have a much higher, you know, effect on. Can't save the world, but I can put out the fire in my backyard type of deal. So I kind of focus a lot more on like the super hyper niche local stuff. Like I know recently too, in my neck of the woods, two police officers, and it's a kind of a semi-media scandal. Not like big, but like, you know, enough to make local news. Two police officers got into a collision responding to an emergency at a turning point. Basically, it was a fairly, you know, significant emergency, and one of the officers kind of like locked the vehicle up under braking and kind of collided with the other one as the other one was about to make the turn. They still got there on time and everything, but basically we have 2 damaged police cars now because of that. And it's basically like, hey, were the officers driving safely and everything? And like, that's a genuine mistake, but like on the same token, that you know, we gotta pay for that now to get them fixed. Because the front saw kind of crumpled in a little bit, and the other one, they kind of T-boned it. So, fun. I think even the local chapter of the what's the SCCA or the NASA, I forget which one, even offered to give free of charge HPDE lessons to the officers. Which is kind of funny. And for those who don't know, HPDE is high performance driving experience. So basically, like, you know, like driving your vehicle kind of like at the limit of like grip and everything. Ooh, that Viper is actually quite quick. That Viper do be speedy. Oh, that is a dead Mercedes. That's foreshadowing, I think. That is foreshadowing. A little bit of a tap. All right, come on, big send now. Less than 10 laps to go. Basically 12 minutes. What's wrong with the Mercedes-Benz CLK? The AI does not do a good job at driving Laguna. Oh, excuse me. Especially in vehicles, once your tires start wearing a lot, they struggle hard. And certain vehicles like majorly exacerbate the issue. Like, I know the Lister Storm struggles here. The Mercedes CLK struggles here with the AI driving it. The Shelby Cobra majorly struggles here when the AI is driving it. And both the Ford GT40 and the GT40 road car struggle here a little bit. Not nearly as much as other vehicles, but they struggle. Oh, and the Skylines, the JGTC Skylines also struggle here. So you get a little bit of that there. It ain't fun. Also, someone took out the braking markers for this turn. That someone's probably me, but still. Makes it a little bit difficult. Makes it a wee bit tricky. Oh, third gear. There we go, to the right again. Take it back now, y'all. Go. Oh, the Viper's pitting probably for the final time this race. 8 more laps, 10 more minutes. We're gonna be like almost right on the 2-hour mark. Not bad for a solo endurance race, honestly. Like, I'm feeling, you know, a little bit exhausted, but still, like, you know, refreshed and, you know, excited and everything. It's fun. Absolutely pushing it to the limits. Whoop, okay. We are good. We are more than good. coming up on 7 to go. Can we do it? Can we do it? I think we can. I think we can. I know we can, actually. Oop, a little bit of a touch. Not bad at all. Oop, alright, little spicy. We're just slowly ticking down the final laps. Come on, we are in a race against time. Can we beat the 2-hour marker? I think we can. Come on. Yes. Keep it in second here. So there is a 1 in 3 chance. This is one of the few of the endurance races in the game where you only get 3 prize cars choice. So we have a 1 in 3 chance to get the open wheeler here. So this is probably our best bet to get one. Will we get one though? I am not sure. But this is our best chance to get one, I think. So I'm looking forward to it. I think we will. I'm pretty sure we will. Oh, there goes oil. The magic genie lamp came on. Oh gosh. Yep, alright, that's a course cut. I say you cut the course, you have to slow down and give it the time gained. Yeah, okay, tires are trying to go a little bit. We're still running 118s, but that was with the course cut, so I'm not gonna consider that valid. I'm not gonna consider that valid. That was a major course cut. Come on. Give me some speed through here. Get onto the curb, get a little bit of a touch. A little bit of a touchy-feely. Short shift, come on. Oh, there's this, there's a CLK. One last time, it in the wall. Buddy. I really want to see just how many times we have lapped it. That is, oh, that is rough. We got 3 laps to go, so maybe we'll see it one more time. Because it is struggling, it is struggle busting. Oop. Come on. There we go. Very smooth. Coming up on 2 to go. Alright, let's see if the Mercedes spins out again. They might get stuck. Yep, they spun out again. Yeah, it's not gonna be enough time though, I think. But hey, we got 2 more laps. So we will see. I'm gonna try to let everyone finish their laps at the end of the race just to see exactly how far some of these were. So we got a car. Like, this is not a modified Viper. I didn't change anything to the setup. It is, you know, the stock GTS-R, which is right around the pace of like the other Viper and like the Corvette. We're just kind of quicker. In retrospect, I probably should have used a different vehicle when that's maybe like a pinch slower. I mean, I wanted to use the GTS-R though. It is a great vehicle. It is a great car. Oh, the Corvette's pitting. The Ford GT isn't though. Although it went right through the dirt. Yum. Oh. Well, that's a wall. That is indeed a wall. Goodbye, Ford GT. And then the GT's turning into a rally car there. Oh, back to the right. Well, that is way too much. We're turning into a rally car there just a little bit. Oh, nice and dirty. Alright, so we are going to be... Oh, gosh. 51, 52, 53, 54, almost right on the 2-hour mark. That's not bad. My math isn't too bad. So the GT40 is 6 laps down, right? Corvette's 5 laps down. The Vertigo was ahead of the Corvette? No way. And the Orica's pitting. Oh, that's gonna make things tricky. And the other thing spun. The Mercedes spun. Come on, come on. How many laps of the Mercedes? 12 laps! Bro. Viper's 2 laps, fair enough. So the Vertigo's probably 4. I want to say the Vertigo's 4. Yep. Alright, not bad. Absolutely not bad. Look at the money. I will take the money. And now it is time for the prize car. Now it is time for the prize car. Are you kidding? I already got one of these as well, I think. It still won't give me the open wheeler. No. How many of hang on a second. Calsonic Sky. I got what, 2? I got 2 Calsonic Skylines. Holy, oh gosh. I got 2 of the road cars as well, the R33 road cars. Like, bruh. I got 2 787Bs. I got Miatas out the wazoo. I got Lotus Elises. Ford's at least somewhat varied. But like, bro. How many Skylines do I have? That is a good question. Give me a second. Thankfully, I've only won 1 Toyota Vitz. No, never mind. I've won 2 Toyota Vitzes. That's like the bare minimum you can get for a completion run. But for the I got 2 of the Paynoses. I got 2 Zonda race cars. Actually, that's pretty useful. So how many Skylines do I have? 1, 2, 3, technically 4, technically 5, technically 6, 7. I have 7 Skylines. I have 7 Skylines. Oh gosh. Bruh. That is absolute pain. That is absolute pain. I'm gonna make sure I save. So the next endurance race we do, I'm gonna make absolutely sure we save scum with the save states. Okay, yes, that's how we do it, right? So that is fine. I'm gonna make sure I do that. Because holy moly, what the actual heck? This is ridiculous. But I'm gonna be ending the stream here. It is getting late, and I need to get a whole lot ready for this weekend as well. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed the stream, please make sure you leave a like, subscribe. Let me know what I'm doing well in the comments down below. If you didn't like the stream, please let me know what I'm doing poorly so I can fix it in the future. With that being said, I've been Isaac Umbras, and wherever you're in the world, whatever time it is for you, may it be a great time. And I will see you all in the next stream. Until then, take care everybody. Bye-bye!